term and 7. Once again, Teacher Jean taking you through the if or conditional sentences, and we are looking at how we can change a statement that is in if 1 to if clause 2 and if clause 3. So I suppose you still remember what an if clause is and what the main clause is. To begin with, we said in the if clause 2, we use the past simple tense in the if clause and a would in the main clause. So the statement I have here is in if clause 1. It reads, if I see a lion, I shall hide myself. If I see a lion, I shall hide myself. The statement is in if clause 1. So in if clause 2, it becomes, if I saw a lion, I would hide myself. So remember that we said in if clause 2, we take a past simple tense and then a would with the infinitive form of the verb. If I saw a lion, I would hide myself. Now going to if clause 3, we said the main clause, the if clause is supposed to be in past participle, past perfect tense. And in past perfect, we use helping verb had. And in the main clause, we shall have the future perfect. That's why we come up with, if I had seen a lion, I would have hidden myself. If I had seen a lion, I would have hidden myself. I also told you that in if clause 3, sometimes we leave out the word if and start with a had. So we can as well say, had I seen a lion, I would have hidden myself. Had I seen a lion, I would have hidden myself. So that is our number 1, our example 1. Example 2, if you speak slowly, I shall understand you. If you speak slowly, I shall understand you. In if clause 2, we use the past simple tense and the would. So our if to answer is, if you spoke slowly, I would understand you. If you spoke slowly, I would understand you. Going to if clause 3, we said we have the past perfect, helping verb had. So we shall come up with, if you had spoken slowly, I would have understood you. If you had spoken slowly, I would have understood you. Or, leaving out the if, we can as well say, had you spoken slowly, I would have understood you. Had you spoken slowly, I would have understood you. Hope we are still together. Example 3. Mugera will pass well. The statement has started with the main clause now. Not the if clause, but the main clause. Mugera will pass well if he revises hard is if 1. If 2 shall have it as, Mugera would pass well if he revised hard. Mugera would pass well if he revised hard. If clause 3, Mugera would have passed well if he had revised hard. Mugera would have passed well if he had revised hard. Example 4. Cynthia will not travel with us if she is sick. Cynthia will not travel with us if she is sick. If clause 2, Cynthia would not travel with us if she was sick. We said in the if clause 2, we use the past simple tense. So the past form of is a was. Since Cynthia would not travel with us if she was sick. If clause 3, Cynthia would not have traveled with us if she had been sick. This time I've involved the not, the negative. Cynthia would not have traveled with us if she had been sick. We can as well say, had Cynthia been sick, she wouldn't have traveled with us. Had Cynthia been sick, she wouldn't have traveled with us. Lastly, if Solomon has a bicycle, we always have issues with this verb. The verb has If Solomon has a bicycle, he will ride to town. If 2, the past form of has is a had. If Solomon had a bicycle, he would ride to town. If Solomon had a bicycle, he would ride to town. Going to if clause 3, since we need the had and then the main verb is still had, we shall have 2 hads. The first had is the had of the past perfect tense. And then the second had is the past participle form of the verb has. So we end up having 2 hads. If Solomon had had a bicycle, he would have ridden to town. If Solomon had had a bicycle, he would have ridden to town. If I choose to start with the had, I shall have it as, had Solomon had a bicycle, had Solomon had a bicycle, he would have ridden to town. Had Solomon had a bicycle, he would have ridden to town. So what to put in mind is that in if clause 2, we shall use a past simple tense and a would with the infinitive form of the verb. Then in if clause 3, we need the would have in the main verb, in the main clause, and a past perfect tense in the if clause. If you have followed my examples, I am sure you can be able to attempt the activity on page 81. Thank you very much for listening.